What's poppin', people? It's your boy here, back at it again with another Yu-Gi-Oh card of the week. This week, I promised it would be a little more coherent, so I have a plan. I have a plan this time. This week we're talking about Maadolche Queen Tiaramisu. Thanks, buddy. Start revving your engine as soon as I start the video. Woo! This is gonna be a good one, guys. So we're gonna talk about the rise and the fall and the rise of Madolche. Let's get right on into it. Maadolche Queen Tiaramisu is a Fairy Xyz Earth monster, rank 4 with 2200 attack and 2100 defense. It is 2 level 4 Maadolche monsters, and once per turn you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, then target up to 2 Maadolche cards in your graveyard, shuffle those cards into the deck. Also, after that, shuffle cards your opponent controls into the deck up to the number of Maadolche cards returned. So, here's your standard Xyz monster, and here's Tiaramisu. Here's the pinnacle. Upon release, Tiaramisu was the pinnacle of a rank 4 Xyz monster. It does exactly what it needed to do. It makes the deck that it was played in just so much more mind-blowing, powerful, great stuff. Because upon release, Maadolche was trash. They had Mageline, Pudding Cess, I think Butlerusk, and Bapple, along with Chateau, and one of the trap cards, one of the negate trap cards. I think it was just Lesson. The Maadolche didn't really have anywhere to go besides being Grand Soil.deck. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Return of the Duelist, Grand Soil. You were cool, dude. So they wavered a bit. They got their little bit of support, you know, in the next set after that, which I can't remember exactly which one it was. It might have just been Abyss Rising. But Abyss Rising is when Tiaramisu first came out and made Maadolche a whole deck, along with Ticket and what's the other card? Honestly, actually, I think those are the only two ones. Yeah, I think so. They didn't really get anything else until Hoop Cake and Lord of Tachyon Galaxy, and then Angeli and Primal Origin. Messengelato was also an Abyss Rising. That's what it was. So you had your ability to search, you had your ability to spin cards for free. You had your Mageline, search, dumb bullshit, trash. Mewtwo was also in Return of the Duelist. But even then, until Hoop Cake and then later Angeli came out, Maadolche was still out there. It was alright. It was really just Grand Soil.deck at that point. But they had a really good searcher. They had really good protection setup plays. They got Palooza, which is one of the dumbest cards ever made. Lord of Tachyon comes out, we get Hoop Cake. He's the only one that matters. Hoop Cake made the deck a million times better. And then Primal Origin comes out, and we get Angeli. And now we have the true hype pinnacle of Maadolche, which was Maadolche OTKs using Invoker. Let's see if I can name these off. Name this combo off by memory, by heart, because I did this so many times. Normal summon Mewtwo, special summon Angeli, Angeli effect, tribute summon Hoop Cake effect, banish summon Messengelato, search, Ticket, make Invoker. I fucked up somewhere, yeah. I'm sorry, I fucked up. You summon, what's his face? Cruffsent. You summon Cruffsent off of the Hoop Cake. And then you make Invoker using the Mewtwo and the Hoop Cake. Summon Messengelato, search Ticket, activate Ticket, bounce Ticket. Messengelato and shut up. Cruffsent into Tiaramisu. Detach spin. That card's effect, special summon that card. Ticket's effect, special summon Cruffsent from deck, bounce the Ticket, activate Ticket. That's pretty close. It's somewhere in there. I think that's the 7800 damage one. The one that I always got and was like, God damn it, I just need one more level 4 monster and I could cowboy for a game. And then there's the one that takes 2 turns where you literally just normal summon boop, Mageline. Mageline, search whatever you need. Hope and pray that you survive for a turn. Or just discard Mercury and activate Madolche Palooza and be like, aha! Never coming out. Or just play Temple of the Kings, one of the two, dude. But that became the standard for Madolche. That is the era I played Madolche the most. With the Tiaramisu spins, just those Bam Bam OTKs. Redox was around for a little bit, Lord of Tachyon style. You know, after Dragon Rulers came and went and fucking died. Thanks, guys. Eventually they'll come back. Redox, we need you, buddy. I need you. We have 3 Grand Soul, but he sucks now. And then so after Primal Origin comes the Pendulum era. And just by general power creep, they didn't lose anything. In fact, the advent of Pendulum should have made them stronger. Like, in all seriousness, if they had decided to throw in some Madolche Pendulums, that deck would have been unstoppable. Throwing in regular Pendulums could help you out as well, because you basically just Palooza every turn with the Pendulum summon. But it didn't fit the playstyle of the deck. Granted, Pendulums not going to the graveyard when they're destroyed also helped out with Pudding Cess, because this is where Pudding Cess started to be remembered, and people were like, that's a card. And it's a good card. But we didn't get anything from Madolche for a while until, I believe it was Cross Souls, where we got Pudding Cess Chaco a la Mode, who can just rank up on top of a Tiaramisu, but if it has a Pudding Cess as a material, you can special Madolches from the deck. So here's where more OTKs came in, with Instant Fusion, and my best friend in the whole world, Practical. Thanks, Manny. You gave me those Practicals. And this was the actual true hype era of where I played Madolche. I did play it when Angeli came out, and I loved it, and I loved it, and I loved it. And then I played something else because it was stronger. And then I saw the Chakwala Mode Practical OTK stuff, and I was like, this is insane. Why is this allowed? It's consistent OTKs with 2 cards, and that was my main squeeze for the longest time. I don't remember exactly what happened to make that just disappear. I think it was just general interest in other things that made me want to play, Black Wings more, of course. I always have to play Black Wings. At some point in every single format, I play Black Wings. I'm coming back to them. You're gonna get another deck profile for Black Wings soon. I promise. But I'd say, even when Chakwala Mode was released, no one really gave a shit because of just the general power creep of the game. And it's like, hey dude, why play that when you can just play full power Pepe and go Rafflesia fucking 5 negates pass? And it's like, why bother? So Madolche, skirted on by, they slid away, they're gone. Master Rule 4 comes out, shed a tear. Madolche was one of the biggest fucking victims of that Master Rule. They couldn't do any more of their combos. And then all of a sudden we get a Link Monster. Well, it's announced we get a Link Monster, and everyone's like, it needs to do one fucking thing. All this Link Monster needs to do is give you a normal summon. And what does Sistart do? Not that. Sistart prevents your spells and traps from being targeted. Now, normally, you would say, yay, this is great. But me and my big brain ways was like, hold up. I'm going Quasimodo science big brain on this. And I was thinking up combos. And the only thing that stopped me from getting a consistent 100% OTK with just Madolche cards was the fact that Sistart prevented you from targeting your own spells and traps. Because all of my combos consist of bouncing shit with Crufsent. And because now I can no longer target my spells and traps to bounce with Crufsent, I cannot consistently make this OTK. And then Invoker got banned, so that happened as well. That is also a very, very big hit to the deck. But with Sistart out, people were like, we got a Link Monster, it sucks, what do? Let's just play Mrs. Radiant. So we just played Mrs. Radiant for a while. And everything was fine on the tier 4 Madolche scale. And then we start hearing rumors that Madolche is getting more support. And we're like, huh? Why? And then lo and behold, it is revealed that we are getting Madolche Pudding Cessor. One of the best bits of legacy support ever for any archetype. It only fucked up on one part of it, only on one part of the sentence. Just like Sistar, it only fucked up on one part of the sentence in not letting you special summon anything but Madolche for the rest of the turn. But I completely understand why that's a thing, because it would be disgusting. But Sistar allows you to special summon it from the hand if you can have no monsters in your graveyard. And if it is special summoned, you can special summon Madolche from your deck and lower its level by uno. So what does that mean? So what that means is that you can special summon a Pudding Cess from the deck, and she now becomes a level 4 that you can put underneath a Tiaramisu. Big brain. So you detach with Tiaramisu, you keep that Pudding Cess there, you spin 2 cards, you rank up into Chakwala mode, and now you do Chakwala mode's effect to return something to the deck, and now because you have that Pudding Cess as a material, you can use Chakwala mode more. So now all of a sudden, Chakwala mode is a card that you can actually play and be good with. And it blows your mind. It's great, it's beautiful. But even now with Pudding Cessor out, the deck is still maybe just a little tier 3 little babby boy. And then we heard we're getting a new Exceed monster. And I was like, please, for the love of fucking God, let it be a rank 3. And it was not a rank 3. But it was a rank 4. But this rank 4 is very good. Of course, I am talking about Glassoufle. Madolche teacher Glassoufle, who now lets Madolches have a first turn play. So you are no longer fucked for going first. It only took, what, 7 years? It took 7 years. But Madolche can finally go first and not shit the bed. And I think that's beautiful. I think that's beautiful. And through all of this, through all the variants, Tiaramisu is still there. You still play her at least 2, just because that card is so good. And it really is the pinnacle of an archetypal boss monster. Recently revealed for Rising Rampage, Yosenju just got a Tiaramisu in a trap card, which is that's fucking mind-blowing to me. Reveal any 2 Yosenjus in hand, spin 2 cards, I think, something like that. Spin 2 cards without targeting. They gave them a Tiaramisu. This effect is so powerful that they're like, we can't let just Madolche have this. I mean, the problem now comes that Yosenju is gonna be played, which is bad. Let's not play Yosenju, guys, please. But that's beautiful. My queen has inspired powerful cards for other archetypes, and I could not be any more proud to be her servant. It's beautiful. Where does Madolche go from here? So we've gotten 1 card a set for 2 sets. I think we're gonna be pushing our luck if I say that we'll get another card in Rising Rampage. But I would desperately hope and believe that we do get one. Whether it be a spell or a trap, I don't think we should get another monster. As much as I want that fucking rank 3 Madolche, we're not gonna get it. I don't think we should get any more monsters as support. For now, at least. I think Madolche, if they do get another monster, it should be a Link monster. My screen just blacked out. I'm scared. If Madolche does get another monster, it should be another Link monster that grants you an additional normal summon. Why is this so hard? Konami, let me design this card. Madolche players worldwide will thank you for giving us this opportunity to play our deck. People love this deck. And I can't speak from experience because I was never on the receiving end of these OTKs. I was always the one doing them. But people generally seemed to not hate playing against it either. There was a general sense of give and take where the deck was very powerful going second, very weak going first. But in the interim, in the age where games didn't last 2 fucking turns, when we had those grandpa duels that lasted like 15 turns at most, where players could interact, fucking crazy, I know. What's interaction? Normal summon Madolche impermanence. I digress. In that age, Madolche was very positively looked upon. I think it's still very positively looked upon when it... I will never forget 2 years ago, I believe, when it took a game off of Shunsuke. I will never let anyone live that down. Madolche took a game off of the world champ in Worlds. It was beautiful. But I think there's nowhere to go but up from here for Madolche. There's a bunch of good generic Earth support. I know there was the meme Dark Warrior Madolche deck too, but that's not a real Madolche deck because it's just Rongo Mini and Turbo. But they're like, hey, Messenger Lotto's a warrior, dude. And Madolche had level 3s. It was dumb. It was bad. I did not like that build at all. They were ruining what made Madolche fun. Madolche was fun because their combos made fucking sense. At least to me. It was very ingrained what you had to do in these combos. You couldn't just slap cards on the table and make a fucking board. Like with fucking Goki, where it's like, okay, cool, I lose all of these cards, but I just gained all of them back from my deck now. There's no skill in that. With Madolche, you'd have to think it out. With my beautiful plan of Mewtwo and Jelly Hoot Cake, that stuff, like, even just normal summoning and Jelly. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Good plays. But I digress. This is where we're going to end it because I'm starting to ramble. I promised I wouldn't do it too much. It's a little coherent this time. I told a story. We laughed. We cried. Hoo-ha. The whole world works. Let's see. What do I got going on? Let's open the calendar up. Giveaway announcement imminent. I don't have details yet. I don't have a date yet. By the end of the month. That is what I'm going to say. By the end of the month. Because over the first weekend of April, there's not going to be a card of the week. There's not going to be a lot going on then because I'm going to be out of town. So I'm going to announce it now. I'm going to try and get that announcement out beforehand. We might have two giveaways. Just, I know, 2. But next week I want to tell another story kind of like this. I might dig back into more decks that either me or Mark have played. Stuff that I'm familiar with and can actually tell stories about. Anyways, guys, it's going to be it. Like, subscribe, check us out on Sora Online. We'll be back online eventually. Slide for a Duelist signing out. Peace.